everybody, welcome back to Starkey Forum Says. So my name is Samantha and I want to have this conversation with you. So today I did something. I found the Gibson Go for Austin Metcalf's family and I donated. So today, amazing people that try to row in my boat, you guys have sent me $50 today for the different videos that I make. And I decided that I was going to donate it. So I donated it to the Metcalf family because we cannot allow evil to win, folks. We cannot. And I want to say this, and I really hope somebody that knows Jeff Metcalf will discuss this with him. He needs to put a civil lawsuit against Karmelo Anthony now. He needs to do it now. In other words, it doesn't matter, and they're probably going to tell him to wait until after the criminal trial, but that's nonsense. What he needs to do is file a civil lawsuit against Karmelo Anthony for having a knife on school grounds that he then used to murder his son with, okay? Now, it doesn't matter what happens in the criminal trial. If you guys remember, O.J. Simpson was found not guilty. But her family sued him in civil court and won millions of dollars from him because there was enough evidence to prove he had done it in civil court. Your burden of proof in civil court is much less than it is in criminal court because you're not trying to give them a sentence. You're not trying to put them in jail and or, life in prison or even death penalty. What you're trying to do in civil court, the burden of proof is much lower because all you're trying to prove is that, yes, you injured my son, therefore you owe me money. If Jeff Metcalf was really smart, right now, when they're selling these blood t-shirts, free mellow and all this other stuff, and they're making money on that, they're making money on, from what I've heard, through their different interviews that they're setting up that they're going to do with these big magazines and TV shows. Now, also, Karmelo Anthony has raised right at $500,000. Plus all the individual money being given. There was an NBA star that paid his $25,000 bond to get him out of jail. Telling you right now, if I was Jeff Metcalf, there would be a personal lawsuit put against him, and I would sue him for $2 million, and every penny he has made off killing my child, I would take away from that family. I would put them in debt. And anybody that wanted to support that, they would know that every time they gave $1 to Karmelo Anthony's family or bought a t-shirt, that they would actually be paying me, the victim's family. Guys, there's always a workaround. There's always a workaround. That's why I don't understand why I haven't heard about a personal lawsuit. Now, I know they're grieving. It's only been 2.5 weeks. And I know that, of course, the DA is going to be like, no, don't do anything until after the criminal trial. But let's be honest, a criminal trial like this, they're going to drag it out as long as they can, folks. It's going to probably be a year to 2 years before they go to trial with this case. Why? Because they want to put distance between it. His family is already putting out so much mis and disinformation and playing the race card so heavy so that they can muddy the jury pool, right? They're trying to find and get as many sympathetic people as possible. The longer they push it back, and he doesn't get in more trouble, the more they can have a better chance of getting him off. It's just how the legal system works. That's the truth. If you'd like to support our channel, look in the top of comments. There's 4 ways you can do it. If all of you would send $1, it would make a huge difference in our life. Thank you, guys. But me, if this was my child, just hear me now, and I saw that Gibson go, I'd have a personal civil lawsuit against you. I absolutely would. And every dollar you made today, tomorrow, or in the future would be sent to me. I'd make sure of it. And his father ought to send them back where they came from. Real talk. Bye. You can't afford it now. So what do you ought to do? Nobody's probably told him that, but I just wanted to share that. Also want to tell you guys, there was a 14-year-old stabbed in the heart in New York City, black on black crime.
10-year-old boy, Caleb Rios, stabbed in the heart on his way to school. You know, he called his father and told his father that he couldn't breathe and that he was scared. And his father heard him dying. This murder is it's unfathomable to think about the level of this tragedy.
On his way to school. This has to stop. This has to stop. I've said it, and I don't care how many people I make angry, folks. Hear me now. The most dangerous place to be in America for black and or white is a predominantly black community. It is a low trust community. There are pockets of older areas, and those areas are fine. But I am telling y'all, I don't care who gets angry at me. I know it's the truth statistically. You know, I have never told a black person, hey, stay in the car. When I've got, okay, say I'm with my best friend who's black. We'll go somewhere. I have never said, hey, stay in the car because these people are racist. I, however, live in a black community and have been with black people. We've pulled up in driveways and they've said, Sam, stay in the car because these people are racist. Talking about the black people being racist against me. Now, I've never said that to a black person. Ever. But it has been said to me. Just something to think about. That I went ahead and donated what had been sent to me. People that had rowed in my boat to support our channel so I can continue to make videos. I felt like it was the right thing to do, to pass it along. Because I know there are good-hearted people, and I know the Lord's going to touch somebody's heart, and they're going to donate to our channel, and I'm going to be okay. But I know that that $50 will just make a difference in what they're dealing with. What I did notice was there is a social media content creator that gave $10,000. Listen.
ADIN Ross has announced that he donated $10,000 to the Metcalf family. And people are up in arms about that on social media. I find that fucking awesome. And it's great that the support is pouring in for the Metcalf family, finally. And to be honest with you, it's about time that someone actually shows some support for the family of the victim rather than the family of the murderer. And most of us normal people know that this is not about race. This is about right and wrong. But a segment of the black community, all they see is color. All they see is race. And all they're going to see is victimhood. That's because that's what they were taught. But the rest of us stand beside the Metcalf family. We think this is a tragedy because it could happen to any one of our children. So that was a real stand-up thing that ADIN Ross did, because I can imagine what this family is going through in this time of grief. And to see a certain segment of black people on social media, how they're justifying this and painting the murderer out as the victim is just insane.
Getting a lot of hate, like a lot of hate from the black community, folks. But I went and looked. He did give $10,000. But the sad thing is a lot of people are donating underneath anonymous. And that touches my heart because chances are those are black people that are giving, and they're giving anonymously so that they're not found out, because the black community can be very cliquish. I don't know why it's like that. I don't even care anymore. The fact is that it's wrong, and it's time that we as Americans stand together to see the right thing done. So I really pray Jeff Metcalf hears this. You need to put a civil lawsuit against Karmelo Anthony's family, friends. Every t-shirt they sell, every book deal they make, every single interview they're paid for, along with their gifts and go, every penny of it would be coming to me and my family. And his twin brother, Austin's twin brother, would never worry about anything for the rest of his life. Yeah, that's how this mama would roll. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you would do.